I am so excited for today's video where I get to share with you how I was able to grow my hair down my back. I literally started with my hair like a mini baby afro, so stay tuned. I have some really good pointers for you. When I started my natural hair journey, I didn't even know what my hair texture was. I had no natural hair care products and I definitely didn't have a hair care routine. So I started from nothing and I was able to get my hair down my back. So if you listen and implement some of the tips that I give you, I promise you, you can get out of shoulder length hair daily. This is exactly what I did to grow my hair from this to this. Number one, I stopped avoiding heat. I have low porosity hair, so if you have low porosity hair, heat is going to be your best friend. So the reason that heat is so helpful for low porosity hair is because our hair follicles naturally have a hard time opening up and being receptive to hydration. However, the one thing that helps open up our hair follicles so that we can hydrate and moisturize our hair is heat. When you use heat, it encourages the follicle to open up so that whatever you're putting on your hair can be retained. So if you have really dry hair or you're struggling to retain moisture, then try following tips for low porosity hair. Try including a little bit of heat in your routine. You have to treat your hair like it's porosity. If you have low porosity hair, or even if you have medium porosity hair, you can benefit from using heat. But some of the ways that I use heat is in my pre-poo, which I will tell you more about that in one of my later tips. Or in hot oil treatments are amazing for low porosity hair. Detangling while you are running your hair under warm water is really beneficial. Anytime that you're spraying a leave-in conditioner or any type of mist on your hair that you're trying to use for hydration, heat it up, put it on the stove for a little bit or even microwave it. But if you're putting anything in your hair, warm it up slightly. Use heat wherever you can. The second thing that has changed the game for me when it comes to caring for my hair and growing it as quickly and healthily as possible is increasing my wash day frequency. So I wash my hair once a week. I do weekly wash days, and my wash routine consists of a pre-poo mask, detangling, shampooing, conditioning, and then detangling as I blow dry and stretch my hair, and then I style. It sounds like a lot of steps, but honestly, all of them are such a staple. I can't imagine taking any one of the steps out of my routine. They're all extremely essential. I would love to share my hair care routine with you guys if you would love to see that from me, but washing your hair frequently is going to do it every time. I even had somebody come back and comment on one of my videos where I said to increase your wash day frequency, and she said that her hair has been growing more than she's ever seen. So I'm telling you, it really works. That's like, all of these things that I'm telling you are probably like the most important things. So incorporate heat into your routine and do your wash day routine weekly. If you're doing it any more than every 2 weeks, I really would encourage you to at least come down to every 2 weeks for your wash day. But if you can commit to once a week, you are right where you need to be for maximum hair growth, I'm telling you. Now, this is the perfect segue into my third tip for hair growth, and I briefly mentioned it in my first tip. So tip number 3 goes hand in hand with tip number 2, and that is to do a pre-poo mask weekly. So with your wash day, do a pre-poo mask. Pre-poo just means the step that you do right before you shampoo. Again, low porosity girly here. Everything I do is gonna be as if I have low porosity hair, because I do. It is a mask, so you get to leave it in for up to 2 hours overnight if you're feeling risky. I wouldn't recommend it because I don't know how that interacts with everyone's hair, but I can't say I haven't fallen asleep with a mask in my hair. The pre-poo mask is essential because it allows me to detangle my hair before I wash. Washing can create fairy knots or single strand knots, and it can take a lot longer. Detangling before you wash your hair reduces the wash time. It minimizes the amount of time that you're going to be spending detangling if you normally detangle at the back end of your wash day. And then it also makes it easier to section off your hair if you like to wash your hair in sections. So I would recommend doing a pre-poo mask. If you can commit to doing a pre-poo mask every time that you are doing your wash day, your hair is going to be so much healthier and it is going to thank you. I would love to do a more in-depth video about pre-poo masks because it is my holy grail. I could talk about it forever. I really could do a whole separate video on it. And I have some really helpful pointers. I just don't want this video to be too long. I really want to give you guys like the 5 most basic staples that are going to change the game for you when you're trying to grow your hair. That leads us to step number 4, be more gentle. Now this one sounds simple, like be more gentle, okay. But what does that really look like? Being more gentle actually requires a lot more attention to detail. Now it is easy to just say, okay, be more gentle. No. Being more gentle has so much that goes into it. It means slowing down. It means taking your time. It means being more mindful of what you're doing. This is where you have room to grow and you have time to personalize a routine that works best for you. When you're gentle and you spend more time with your hair, you start to understand it more. You're not just, okay, pre-poo, shampoo, conditioner, dry, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, when you're really gentle about it and you can apply you being gentle to all of the other steps, which is slowing down, being more intentional, understanding your hair's needs, that's what being gentle is. So I started to see my hair grow significantly when, 1, switched out my brush. I stopped using those brushes that have the little balls on the end, and I got the unbrush because the balls on the end actually snag your hair and it creates breakage. That's a way to be more gentle. Number 2, I started working in smaller sections. I used to split my hair in 4 sections and work just like that, but I have like 1000% density hair and my brush cannot get through that thick of a section, especially when it's in its natural state. So 4 sections would not work for me. That might work for someone who has like maybe high porosity hair, or if they just have a lower hair type like 1 through 3. But with my thick type 4 hair, big sections don't work for me. It may take longer to work through my hair if I am doing it in smaller sections, but if that's what it takes to be more gentle, then that's what I have to do. Another thing that people often overlook that actually creates a lot of breakage is the way that you brush your hair. So immediately you need more sections, okay? So when you work in a section, let's just say that my lock is a section. If it takes 100 passes through the end of my hair before I can run it through without it snagging, then I will do 100 passes. If you have knots all throughout the length of your hair, don't start up here and drag them all out. You have to start with the knots at the bottom. Once those are out, okay, move up, get those knots out. Once these lower knots are out, you can move up a little bit, start to work your way. And you have to like slowly file them off the hair shaft one by one. It's like pulling beads off of a string one by one. And your knots are like beads that you're slowly pulling off of a string. If you have 100 beads and you're trying to pull them all off a string, there's going to be a lot more tension, a lot more friction, a lot more potential for the string to snap. Okay, I hope this analogy makes sense for you guys because I'm a visual person myself. Taking my time with my brushing, starting from the end and staying at the end before I work my way up to the root. Don't just do one pass at the end and then immediately go to the root and be like, I brushed end to root. Like, no. Be intentional. Don't half-ass it. And last but not least, step number 5 to growing your hair down your back is watch what you are feeding your hair. The nutrients and the ingredients that go into your hair are exactly what you are going to get out of it. So if you are putting bleach and hair dye and nothing else in your hair all the time, then you are going to get nothing but damage out of it. If you are putting nothing but oil into your hair, then you are going to get nothing but brittleness out of it. If you are hydrating and being gentle and taking care of your hair and putting nutrients into it, then you are going to get some healthy, long, strong hair growing out of your scalp. I am very mindful of what I put into my hair. I personally love to make things from scratch. I honestly feel like a little kid living out my chemistry dreams because I never took chemistry or anything like that when I was in school. But it feels like making potions and just mixing a bunch of stuff together. Obviously being mindful of the ingredients and how they'll affect my hair, always being mindful of my porosity. But whenever I am at the store shopping for products, I always check the ingredients. I make sure if the purpose is to hydrate my hair, the first ingredient needs to be water. I also try to find products that have as few ingredients as possible. The more ingredients, the more that it's kind of just like filler stuff, not really beneficial for your hair. It's more so just to maintain the hold of the product and to preserve it. That's why I love making stuff from home. I don't have to put in a bunch of filler stuff to maintain the shelf life. I can make it, use it, it's super fresh, all the ingredients are clean, I know exactly where they're coming from, and I just feel like it has a greater benefit for my hair. I honestly credit a lot of the growth that I've had to the ingredients that I make from home, and I know that nourishing my body and nourishing my hair is one of the most important things to not just growing your hair, but maintaining the healthy hair that you worked so hard to grow. Not just being mindful of what I put into my hair, but also being mindful of what I put into my body. Eating cleaner, drinking more water, spending time outside, letting my hair photosynthesize in the sun, and being more active to increase blood circulation. These are 5 of the most important things that I do that grew my hair from less than shoulder length to down my back. I have lots of more pointers. I could go on and on about this. Let me know your thoughts. Leave any questions or comments that you have in the comment section. Please leave a like. Subscribe to me if you haven't, and stay tuned. I am gonna be posting every single day this month. Hey, it's future me. I'm editing right now, and yes, technically it is April 2nd, but it's still my April 1st because I haven't gone to sleep yet. So technically I've posted every day this month if I keep it up after this, but I didn't film this video until like 10-15 at night, so I didn't really give myself a lot of time to edit. But yeah, I was just traveling back in time to tell y'all I'm from the future. Okay, anyway, bye. It's gonna be a challenge, but I'm really excited. Calling it YouTube Boot Camp. It's my 30-day challenge, and I'm gonna be tracking it on my Instagram and my TikTok, and those are gonna be in the description box. So thank you for watching. I hope that you try these tips and you start washing your hair weekly so that we can grow our hair together and we can talk about it. I love you. Thanks for watching. Bye.